The year was 2017. I was on vacation in Arizona and went on a drive with some friends to see the Grand Canyon. We went to see the sunrise at one of the viewing points, and I, being the photography enthusiast that I am, decided to capture it with my camera. I set my Fujifilm X100T on a tripod, composed what I thought would be a good composition for the sunrise, and set it to take photos at an interval so that I can make a time lapse afterwards. Then, of course, I also took videos with my other camera because I felt like I had to document everything. The results were nothing short of mediocre, but I was pretty happy with them. Reflecting back, however, there's this emptiness that I somehow feel about that experience. And it's not just limited to that one specific time. It feels like this happened to me in multiple occasions. Like I was just an observer and I didn't really get to feel or savor the moment. I can remember the image in my head, but it lacked the emotion that I believe I should have felt. I should go to therapy. Could I have been dissociating all along? Maybe, but I think there's more to it. I think it's because I was more involved in the process of capturing something that I forgot to just experience it. I was so focused on the technicalities of capturing the right composition, lighting, and other things that I ended up mostly looking at the small screen at the back of my camera. Or worse, my phone. The sublime was in front of me, and I chose to ignore it so I can capture it. I believe that documenting our lives can be an empowering exercise that everyone should do. You can do this in different methods and media, like journaling through text or audio recordings, or visual journaling through drawing or taking photos. This enables one to construct a narrative of the self, feel a sense of agency, and even build a collection that could one day become a treasure trove of autobiographical memories to look back upon or share with our loved ones. Recently, I've been seeing a lot more people online sharing their lives as snippets of videos, which I think is very cool. It's like there's a boost in creativity, and some of the content that I've seen lately have been very inspiring. I also like to think that in the long run, these individuals who decided to partake in this trend will have a series of snippets of their lives that they can look back upon. That's at least one of the long-term goals of my online presence. However, we should be careful of the dangers that this could pose for us too. Documenting everything can be a double-edged sword, and we must be intentional with the way we wield it, or we can end up hurting ourselves in the process. Case in point, we can get lost in the process of documenting everything that we forget to be present for anything. There's this concept called mono no aware in Japanese culture and literature that translates to the pathos of things or the awareness of impermanence. It's an emotional response to the fleeting nature of life, the inevitability of change, and the beauty that arises from such transience. I think this is a concept that I'd like to internalize for the way that I document my life. My camera enables me to capture fleeting scenes and experiences, capturing mundane photos or those that evoke a gentle sadness or melancholia, while celebrating it nonetheless. I've said this before, but I always find photos of mundane things beautiful because someone out there decided that they're worth capturing. I'd like to think that my life, no matter how mundane or fleeting it seems, is worth capturing. However, I believe that mono no aware is also about letting go. It encourages us to cherish and appreciate the present moment and see its inherent beauty as it passes by. Hence, it's okay not to document everything. It's okay to put down our cameras and just experience things as they unfold. To be more present. I think this is why I have a preference for film photography over digital. There's just something about the physicality of film that draws me in. There's definitely an emotional aspect as to why people like me will still shoot with film, and that's okay. Not everything has to be logical, especially for art. Moreover, film photography lends itself very well to the concept of mono no aware. By using film, you're putting a hard limitation as to how many photos you can shoot. The manual operation slows you down, and you remove the digital screen barrier between you and the scene that you're capturing. The tactile feeling you get from using a well-designed mechanical camera also adds that layer of physicality to the experience. The sound of the gears moving, the shutter clapping, and the clicking of the lens. These experiences anchor you to the physical world. I am not saying that film photography is necessary to slow down and be more intentional with the way you document your life, because you can choose to do so with digital as well. And if you want to, then do so. But if you want to do it with film, then do so as well. Pick the one you prefer, or both, and let other people enjoy things. Just to be clear, I'm talking about this from the perspective of someone who doesn't do photography or videography for a living. I'm just a boy with a few cameras documenting how I see the world. I'm just making memories. I do understand that if you're a photographer on assignment to document something, then it's probably okay to be removed from the subject as a photographer. There are always complex nuances that apply to different situations. I just want this video to be a message to myself, and perhaps others, to always remember that our lives are not just content. I'll see you all in the next video. Cheers.